Hey, how's it going, everybody? My Colecovision decided to crap out on me last night while I was playing some games, as in, pretty sure it's one of the IC chips or whatever for the controllers. Hopefully not both, and just one of them, but, here's the innards to it. Haven't even taken off the shielding yet. I'm just getting ready to do that to open it up to see if there's anything obvious on the chip that blew, so I know which one to remove, but, not going to show any repairs here. I ain't got the chips to replace it with unless I can figure out which one's good on my other system, but I am going to give you guys some pretty cool links that I found. This first one is coleco.freeservers.com, and I think this is the site that you get given to you by this guy if you call up the 800 number on a Colecovision or Atom computer or Gemini or whatever. As in, somebody took over the 800 number and has a site where you can buy parts, games, the attachments. He does repair, but not to totally rag on the dude, as in kick ass. There's something out there where you can find this stuff if you're desperate. But some of his prices are a bit friggin' high here. As in, the only place I've ever gotten video game stuff from when it comes to retro is Atari2600.com, and his prices are way high compared to what I paid for some stuff. But I think he goes through and fixes them up. As in, he's got the expansion module 1 for playing Atari, and says $5.50 shipping because it's a light thing. $59.95 remanufactured as available. And then he's got refurb, so obviously he goes through what he sells to make sure everything's working. So that's cool. Some stuff, man, it'd be worth paying a little bit more to know that somebody's gone through it and fixed up. And then on repair type stuff, there's no way to find out what all he does on replacing parts like chips or anything, but he's got it to where you can get the original model 2400 circuit board for Colecovision refurnished for installation. As in, you just buy the board and put it in yourself. That's $79.95 plus shipping, which, if he goes through and replaces all the chips and stuff, that's not bad. That'd be like having a brand new system. So if you got a Colecovision that looks nice and all you need is the board, that's not too bad for one that's totally repaired. If it's one that's not very much repaired, like one little thing replaced or something, then that's a bit pricey, as in you can find a Colecovision cheaper than that for the whole system. Now on sending yours in if it's broken, which no way would I do this. Send in your system, so whatever it costs to ship, plus he wants $25 up front, which is non-refundable, just to look at it and tell you what's wrong. So if it turns out to be something major, like replacing the chips or whatever, it's going to be whatever price that is, and then that $25 plus the shipping, and then whatever it costs for him to ship it back to you. So it could get pricey. And on finding the chips, if I find a site to where you can just order the damn chips and do it yourself, I will give the link. So far I haven't found anything. It's all either just been how to do it or sending it in. And on doing it yourself, I found a nice PDF here with good pics showing close-ups of the two controller chips and telling you how to remove them. And this is probably what I will do if I decide to work on this and try swapping a chip out of the other one, just so I can switch back and forth easy without having to do any soldering. They get the sockets to where you put the sockets into the board here. And I worked with these with my first job out of high school. That was the first thing I got into, was electronics. I made I didn't make them, but I put together the circuit boards and stuff for routing switchers for that shit fucking fantastic show MTV used to have called Remote Control. This guy made stuff for switching out the cameras and whatnot. And any chips that he knew if something got overloaded, that would be the one that blew. He'd put a socket in, so to remove the chip, you can just use the tweezer type gadget, pull out the chip, pop in a new one, and boom, you're ready to go. So, on that, I'm pretty sure you can go to Radio Shack and get those. Just make sure you get the one that's got the right number of pins. And on these things, it doesn't matter how you put them in. Just put it in and then make sure you got the chips lined up. As in one chip faces one direction, one faces the other. Yeah, it just shows you the basics here on just what he's doing. So, cool enough. Then something I found that's really cool. Found a Danish Colecovision site that some of you guys that are into the system might have found already, or anybody new will definitely like. If you get on, click on Technical, shows you a list of the chips, shows you the controllers and all the diagrams and stuff for wiring. So if you want to make custom controllers, you can do it. And has PDFs of some stuff. And it's not just the game system. He's also showing the trackball. And let's see, expansion module 2, which is the steering wheel. Shows the Atari converter opened up. It's very cool. Definitely a helpful site. And it's not just showing the technical stuff. He's got other stuff too. It's got like a link for homebrew type stuff, and I don't know what the support and download is. Yeah, just a little bit of everything. A lot of info on the ColecoVision. So. Figure any other sites, like I say, if I find one that's outright sells the chips to where you can just order them online and do your own repairs, man, I will give that link. And if I find any other cool sites like these, I'll give you the links too. So, catch y'all later, man. Ticked off. I was hoping it would last longer than that, as in, this is the board out of the one that I'd gotten from Atari 2600, but I think he's kind of like my buddy Jim. He does just minor repairs, like he'll open up the controllers and clean them up and refurnish them, but when it comes to actual full-blown repairs, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. As in, he obviously knows and has a lot of connections on finding this stuff, so it's kind of either it works or it goes to parts. So, catch y'all later. Feel free to comment.